Our journey begins thousands of years ago along the fertile banks of the Nile River in the heart of ancient Egypt. Here, in a civilization that was among the earliest and most enduring, a pantheon of gods and goddesses reigned. They were central to the religious, cultural, and social fabric of the society, and one figure stood out among them, both for his story and his significance. His name was Osiris, the god of fertility, agriculture, the afterlife, the dead, resurrection, life, and vegetation. Osiris, the green-skinned god, is often depicted holding the crook and flail, symbols of divine authority, and wearing the Atef crown, a tall, plumed headdress. His story, full of drama, intrigue, and resurrection, is among the most compelling in ancient Egyptian mythology. According to the myth, Osiris was the first son of the earth god Geb and the sky goddess Nut. He had a younger brother, Set, and two sisters, Isis and Nephthys. Osiris was a wise and just ruler of Egypt, loved by his people and his faithful wife Isis. His rule was a time of prosperity, harmony, and peace. But all was not well in the kingdom. Set, Osiris's brother, was consumed by jealousy. He despised Osiris's popularity and coveted his throne. The seeds of betrayal were sown, and in a plot that would rival any modern drama, Set schemed to overthrow Osiris. Set's opportunity came during a grand banquet where he tricked Osiris into laying down in a beautiful chest that he had specifically made to fit Osiris's measurements. Once Osiris was inside, Set sealed the chest and threw it into the Nile. The river carried the chest to the sea, and Osiris drowned, marking the first death in the world. Isis, stricken by grief, searched for her husband's body. After a long and arduous search, she found it embedded in a tamarisk tree that had grown around the chest. She brought the body back to Egypt, hoping to bring Osiris back to life. But Set discovered Isis's plan. He stole Osiris's body, dismembered it, and scattered the pieces across Egypt. Undeterred, Isis set out again, this time to gather Osiris's scattered parts. With the help of her sister Nephthys, she managed to find all the pieces except for one. With the help of the god Anubis, Isis and Nephthys embalmed Osiris's body, creating the first mummy. Then Isis used her magic to conceive a son with Osiris, and Horus was born. Osiris was resurrected not in this life, but in the afterlife, becoming the ruler of the underworld and the judge of the dead. Osiris's story is a potent narrative of good and evil, life and death, resurrection and eternal life. It's a story that resonated with the people of ancient Egypt and continues to fascinate us today. But Osiris was more than just a compelling mythic figure. He was a symbol of key aspects of ancient Egyptian culture and understanding of the world. His association with the underworld and the judgment of souls reflects the importance ancient Egyptians placed on the afterlife. The civilization is well known for its funerary practices, including mummification and the construction of elaborate tombs filled with goods meant for the afterlife. Osiris's resurrection also symbolizes the cyclical nature of life and death, a concept deeply ingrained in ancient Egyptian culture. They viewed life, death, and rebirth as parts of a continuous cycle, much like the Nile's annual flooding, which brought fertility to the land and enabled agriculture. In fact, Osiris was closely associated with the Nile and the fertile soil left by its floods. His green skin is a representation of this fertility, and his role as a god of vegetation and agriculture. Each year, the death and subsequent resurrection of Osiris were celebrated in festivals, mimicking the cycle of crop growth and the harvest. Moreover, Osiris's role as the god of the afterlife and resurrection offered hope and comfort to the people. The idea that death was not the end, but merely a transition to another form of existence, was a cornerstone of their belief system. In the figure of Osiris, they saw the promise of eternal life. Osiris's significance was further reflected in the rites and rituals of the time. The rites of Osiris were a major part of the Egyptian religious practices performed to honor Osiris and to secure a blessed afterlife for the participants. They included offerings, prayers, and rituals of death and resurrection. The myth of Osiris also had a deep impact on ancient Egyptian kingship. The pharaoh, the ruler of Egypt, was seen as the earthly embodiment of Osiris. When a pharaoh died, it was believed that he would unite with Osiris in the afterlife and inherit his authority over the dead. In essence, the story of Osiris is a testament to the human longing for immortality and the hope for life beyond death. His tale, filled with love, betrayal, and resurrection, is not just an ancient myth, but a narrative that resonates with some of the most profound aspects of human experience. The figure of Osiris, the once great king who dies only to be reborn, embodies the natural cycle of life and death, decay and regeneration, despair and hope. Even thousands of years later, his story still speaks to us, reminding us of our own mortality and our innate desire for life to triumph over death. As we delve deeper into the myths, symbols, and significances of ancient Egypt, we find that they continue to reverberate through time, reaching out to us from the distant past. They invite us to understand a different culture, a different time, and perhaps, in the process, to gain a deeper understanding of ourselves. Thus, as we conclude this journey into the outstanding story of Osiris, let's carry with us the echoes of this ancient civilization. Let's remember the tale of Osiris, the god of life, death, and resurrection, and the timeless human themes it symbolizes. And let's not forget that, just like the story of Osiris, our own stories are part of the great human narrative, woven together through time and space, contributing to the tapestry of our shared human history.